Hello everyone, I am Monica Bhushan and today we are starting lecture number 7 of partial differential equation. Okay, so till last class we have discussed the formation of partial differential equation, correct? And now we have to move to some higher topic. That means we have to move to solution of partial differential equation, right? So before going to see the solution of partial differential equation, we need to clearly understand the difference between homogeneous and non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient. Okay, so that means in today's class we will be totally focusing on the concept of homogeneous and non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient. Okay, so that means we are going to discuss that what is the difference between homogeneous and non-homogeneous linear PDE with constant coefficient, right? So to understand this complete topic, we will first break this complete topic into the smaller parts, okay? And then we will part by part understand that what are these all things, okay? So very first thing is what actually this is. This is nothing but an equation, right? So equation, we know, right? What is equation? Equation is something which has the left hand side, some expression is written, some expression is written in the right hand side, and in between we have the equal sign. Fine, so this is the equation, and left hand side and right hand side will have which all things. It can have the constants, right? Even it can have the variables also, okay? Even it can have the operators, right? So these all things can be present in the expressions, okay? So if I'll say that it is written as 2 square equals 4, this is completely true, right? 2 square is 4 is correct. But should I say that this is an equation? I might say this is an equation, but this is not useful, right? So the purpose of equation is what? I need to know that what is some value of some variable or something, right? If I'll say that x square is 4, that means, okay, I need to know what is the value of x. So this kind of things, right? So we know that what is equation. Now, what is the concept of differential equation, right? So that means what makes something very special, so that we say that this equation is particularly differential equation. So now we will be discussing what is differential equation, okay? So the differential equation is what? This is an equation, right? This is the equation. That means it contains the complete property of equation, but it will be containing suppose some function, okay? It will be containing any function. I'll say y is function. Why? Because I'll say that y is nothing but function of x, okay? So y is some function, and it should contain the derivative of function also, right? Either one derivative or more than one derivative. Maybe I'll add some coefficient also. So something is there, okay? So if I say that this is an equation, y plus 7 d by dx of y equals x, okay? So this is differential equation. The reason, because it contains the function with one of its derivative. It can have more than one derivative also present, but one derivative should be there, okay? So this is my differential equation, okay? So in this differential equation, we know that this x is independent variable, okay? And then this y is dependent variable. So y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. So this makes differential equation. Now we will understand that what is partial differential equation, right? So we will see that what is the partial differential equation, okay? So partial differential equation is, again, this is an equation, right? That means it will contain the complete property of equation, but in my partial differential equation, we will be dealing with the function, right? The function will be dependent on more than one variable. Like in my differential equation, we said that y is a function with respect to x, y is fx. If I talk about partial differential equation, that means I'm talking about some function. Let's say the function is z. Okay, here the function was y, here the function is z, but this z actually depends on more than one variable. Suppose I'm just taking two variables. That means z depends on two variables. Z is nothing but function x comma y. Okay, so in my partial differential equation we will be dealing with multivariable function. This z is called as multivariable function. Okay, so this kind of a function will be present in my partial differential equation. So if I will write some example of partial differential equation, so that means what? Partially I have to differentiate the equation. Suppose I am differentiating this z partially with respect to x, and maybe I'm differentiating it with respect to suppose y also. Okay, and then I'm writing down something. This is z. Okay, so this is the example of partial differential equation, because in partial differential equation we should be having the relation between partial derivatives of this multivariable function. This is partial derivative because z depends on x and y both. Here I am just differentiating with respect to x. Here I am just differentiating with respect to y. Okay, and z is also there, but not necessarily in partial differential equation this function should also be present, right? If it is z is not there, then also it is valid because it should be showing me the relation between partial derivatives. Any degree we don't worry about. Fine. So if we understood what is partial differential equation, that means till here if we understood, then we need to understand what is called as linear partial differential equation, right? So now we are jumping to linear partial differential equation. So what does it mean? So linear partial differential equation will be what? This is partial differential equation for sure, but it has some added property. And what is that property? So first I'll write down one example of linear partial differential equation. Suppose I'm writing some example like del 3z by del x cube, okay? And this equals del by del y of z plus suppose 2z. Okay, so this is one example of linear partial differential equation. Why I'm calling it linear partial differential equation? Because in linear partial differential equation we need to actually fulfill three properties. Okay, so very first property is what? And one thing is for sure that z is multivariable function, right? Here z depends on these two independent variables. X is independent variable, y is independent variable, right? And z depends on x and y. These things we know. Okay, so if I'm calling this equation linear partial differential equation, because here in this equation this dependent variable is having degree 1, this z. Okay, z is the dependent variable. So this term, if you will focus on, this term contains only the function, right, the dependent function. So this dependent function, this z has degree 1 only. Okay, so one thing is, one property should satisfy to call linear partial differential equation, that the dependent, okay, so dependent variable, okay, dependent variable should have degree 1. Okay, fine, should have degree 1. Now the second property is what? The second property is it's all partial derivatives. So all partial derivatives should also have degree 1. Okay, this if you will see del 3z by del x cube, this also has degree 1. Del by del y of z, this also has degree 1, right? And what is the order of this partial differential equation? The order is 3. We have covered the concept of order and degree of PDE also, correct? So the order is what? Order is the highest derivative. So in this equation, the highest derivative is where? In which term? This term contains del 3z by del x cube. This term contains del by del y of z, and this does not contain any derivative. So highest derivative is what? Del 3z by del x cube. Why? Because this is nothing but del by del x of del by del x of del by del x of z. So 3 times you are finding the derivative of z. So and the second term is what? Only one time you are finding the derivative. So order is what? Order is the highest derivative in the given equation. So highest derivative is 3. So if you have found the order, right, you have found the order, this is 3, then you will go to find the degree, right? So then you will find that what is the degree of this equation. So to find the degree of equation, you just have to see the highest derivative term. You are not worrying about this term, you are not worrying about this term. You are just focusing on the highest derivative term. So what is the power of this highest derivative term? The power of highest derivative is what? This is 1 only. What is power? So if you will write down, right, this is what? This has power 1 only. If suppose it was having power 2, then it was having degree 2, correct? No. So if it was having power 2, that means suppose if I'm writing down the equation in this fashion, okay, so if I'm writing down the equation like this, okay, so this is not linear partial differential equation. Why? Because this term has degree 1, this term has degree 1, but here this is my partial derivative which has degree 2, more than 1. So in this case, this equation will not be called as linear partial differential equation, okay? And sometimes I've seen that students get confused, like whether the power we check to check degree or power we check to check order or something like that. Okay, so very first thing is you have to first find out the order, and then once you have found the order, the highest derivative, then only you will go for checking the degree. Because to check the degree, you have to check the power of highest derivative. Okay, so how you will memorize this? So you know, right, PDE we know PDE is nothing but partial differential equation, but PDE you can memorize in this way, that P is for power, okay, P is power, D is degree, okay, and then E is equal, okay. That means power is equal to degree. That means to check degree, you have to check power. Don't check power to check order, which we have seen that some students have done this mistake. Okay, so to check the degree, you have to check the power. Power is equal to degree. Okay, fine, fine. So this is not my linear partial differential equation. If I will make it power 1, so this is linear partial differential equation. But only two properties we have discussed. What is the third property of linear partial differential equation? Third property is this dependent variable. Z is the dependent variable and its partial derivatives. Okay, so partial derivatives are del by del x of z, del by del x or del by del y of z. Okay, so these two things should not multiply together. Okay, in one term only. If you are writing down that z into del by del x of z, suppose, so this is not linear, because in any term the dependent variable and its partial derivative should not get multiplied. Okay, so these three properties are there. So here if I have written down that dependent variable should have degree 1, suppose in this equation if we had z square, okay, so this was also not linear, because the dependent variable is having degree more than 1. Though all those partial derivatives have degree 1, but still the dependent variable should also have degree 1. So these three things make the partial differential equation linear partial differential equation. Fine. Now we will move to find that what is linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient. Okay, so this is linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient. Why this example satisfies this equation? Because all those coefficients of each and every term has constant, right? The constant coefficient. So here the constant coefficient is 1, here the coefficient is 1, here the coefficient is 2, right? So we don't have any variable coefficients in any of these terms. So it is called as linear PDE with constant coefficient. So if I'll give you an example of linear PDE, okay, linear PDE with variable coefficient. If we will be talking about linear PDE with variable coefficient, so if same equation if I'm writing down, okay, so it will be having, I mean that the coefficient will be variable in any of the term or all of those terms, okay. So suppose I'm writing down here e raised to 2x, anything, any function, or with respect to y, suppose I'm writing down e raised to x plus y, okay. So these are the coefficients of this partial differential equation, right? But these coefficients are actually dependent on the variable. So this is the variable coefficient, right? So these equations we are discarding, because what we are going to check now is homogeneous and non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient. Now we are coming to check the homogeneous or non-homogeneous property of linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient. So here we have written down the general form, okay. This is the general form of, this is the form for homogeneous linear partial differential equation, okay. So why we are calling it as homogeneous linear PDE with constant coefficient? Because first thing is, yes, this is an equation, this is a partial differential equation, because you can see the partial derivatives. Even this is linear PDE, you are seeing all those coefficients are constant. This a0, a1, a2, an all are constant, okay. So that means they are the general form of linear PDE with constant coefficient. But if we will be seeing that in this equation all the partial derivatives are having the same order, then it will be called as homogeneous linear PDE. Okay. So here you will see that this is the partial derivative in this term. Here also partial derivative, in all terms we can see the partial derivatives. All partial derivatives are having same order. What is the order? This is del n z by del x to the power n, right? So here the order, the maximum derivative is what? This is the nth term, okay? Now again in this term also you will find that the order is n only. In the numerator you will find that del n z, everywhere you will see that del n z is there, okay? So this is the differential equation, partial differential equation, where each and every term has partial derivatives of same order. Here the order is n. This has n order, okay. So this is n order partial differential equation, and because all those terms are having same order, so we call this is homogeneous, okay. So that means this equation is homogeneous partial differential equation with linear property and with constant coefficient, okay. So here we have written down all those terms. Suppose and any term can be missing also, there is no problem in that. If you will focus on this second term, so in the numerator this is del n z only. In the denominator we are having that del x also, del y also. That means in this term this function is actually getting differentiated with respect to y also, with respect to x also. But with respect to x it is getting differentiated with n minus 1 term, and with y it is getting differentiated with 1 time. So here also n minus 1, then 1, so completely this is nothing but n also, right? No, so this is completely, this is n only, correct? No, that means 1 time you have differentiated with respect to y, and next you are going to differentiate with respect to x n minus 1 term. So totally you are differentiating it with n terms only, okay. Similarly, we will focus on this third term. So this is again what we are doing here. So first we are differentiating this z with respect to y twice, right? And then we are differentiating whatever we have got the answer with respect to x in minus 2 terms. So this pattern will always be there. The pattern is, if you are writing down del x in minus 3 suppose in the denominator, then it will be your del y 3. So this will be nothing but n minus 3 plus 3, it will be n only, and this is your del nz. So always in any term you will find that the power of the derivative, the partial derivative, the power will be same only. If it is n, it can be your 2, 3, 4. If it is 2, so in each and every term it will be 2 only, and so on. So if this property satisfies, so we call it homogeneous linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient, okay. So if we will see that in any of the term, if the order different, okay, so the order is suppose in one term in -1 or in +1 kind of thing, so we will say that this is non-homogeneous linear partial differential equation. So here actually we write this general form in some other easier way also. So what we write, suppose we write that del by del x we write as d, okay, instead of del by del x we use the d operator, and we use del by del y as d dash, okay. In this case, this general equation will become what? A naught as it is, and then dn plus a1, and then dn minus 1, and then d dash. Why? Because x has power n minus 1, so d has power n minus 1, and we are going to replace del by del y as d dash. So one del by del y is there, so we are writing down d dash, okay. And the third term will be accordingly, it will be what? A2, and then here you will see that del x n minus 2, so you will write down d to the power n minus 2, and then del 2y, that means we are going to write del dash square. So same thing, same pattern we are following here also. Completely the power will be your power will be n only, right, in any term, fine. And then last term will be what? Last term is nothing but an, then d, and then dash n. And then right hand side is as it is. Right hand side is what? The function with respect to x and y, okay. So this is the general form. Again, the other way to write homogeneous linear PDE, okay. Or briefly we write the same thing as function of d comma d dash z equals fxy, fine. That means what we are doing here, we are showing it that this z is actually getting differentiated with respect to d operator and d dash operator. So d is del by del x and d dash is del by del y, and this function, this completely is nothing but function x comma y. So if I will ask you that these four equations, right, whether they are homogeneous or non-homogeneous linear PDE. So if we will focus on this first equation, so what we had discussed, to say it is homogeneous, all those terms will be having same order of partial differential equation. So in this first term, we will see that the order of partial derivative is 2. The second term, the order of partial derivative is 2, okay. The third term, the order of partial derivative is 1. And the fourth term, the order of partial derivative is 1. So in any of the term, if the order is different from other terms, so we will say that this is non-homogeneous, correct? No, so this is non-homogeneous. The reason is because the order is not same in all those terms, okay. Now if we will see the second equation, so here we'll say this is d square, fine. So first thing is it should satisfy this complete remaining thing. It should be linear PDE with constant coefficient. Then only we are going to check whether this is homogeneous or non-homogeneous, okay. We come to know that, okay, all those four equations are actually linear PDE with constant coefficient. Then just I have to check here whether they are homogeneous or not homogeneous. So here again we'll see that the order in this term of this partial derivative, it has order 2. Here the order is 2, correct? No, one is from here, one is from here for d and d dash, so order is 2. The order here is 1. So here only we will stop right now, because the order are not same in each and every terms partial derivative. So we will say this is also non-homogeneous, fine. Now what about my third equation? This is r plus s plus t plus p plus q plus z equals 0. We know that what is r? R, S, T, these three things are my second order partial derivative, you know, right? This is del 2z by del x square is nothing but my r. So r, S, T are second order partial derivative, p and q are first order partial derivative. P is del by del x of z, q is del by del y of z. So this is not of same order. So we will say that this is non-homogeneous partial differential equation, correct? No. Similarly, if you will focus on the fourth term, here also you will see that this is also non-homogeneous. Even the fourth is also non-homogeneous. All are non-homogeneous. This has order 3, this has order 3, this has order 1, and here you will see that there is no partial derivative in this term. We should be having partial derivative in each and every term. Okay, no? So this is also a non-homogeneous partial differential equation. Fine. Now, so now sometimes you get confused between the other definition of homogeneous partial differential equation. Then you will say that it should contain only the derivatives of z and the term involving z. We know the definition of homogeneous partial differential equation as the homogeneous partial differential equation is the equation where each and every term will contain either the dependent variable or its partial derivative. Okay, but that definition, that is also correct, that definition is the general definition, that is for PDE only. That means the general partial differential equation, if I am writing down, if in that general partial differential equation I am just checking that whether this is homogeneous or non-homogeneous, then I have to check that whether each and every term of partial differential equation is having either that dependent variable or its partial derivative. So in that case you will say that this equation should be homogeneous, correct? No, because in each and every term you are finding out in the left hand side, each and every term is having a partial derivative. That means it should be homogeneous. But this differential equation is non-homogeneous with respect to linear partial differential equation with constant coefficient. You are not just talking about general PDE. This is we are discussing the subset of PDE. We have to actually move to find the solution of linear PDE with constant coefficient. In the next class we are going to see the direct integration method. So that direct integration method is to solve the non-homogeneous linear PDE with constant coefficient. Okay, so here we are focusing on homogeneous or non-homogeneous linear PDE with constant coefficient. That means it should first satisfy all these criteria and then we are checking homogeneous or non-homogeneous. So to check homogeneous or non-homogeneous, we just have to focus on the order of each and every term's derivative. Fine. This is not just PDE what we are talking here, right? So because if I'm just talking about homogeneous or non-homogeneous PDE, that means I don't have to worry about whether this is linear in nature, whether this has constant coefficient or not. Just it should be PDE only. So if I'll give you one example of homogeneous PDE, just write down del by del x of z plus del by del y of z, okay, equals 0. Fine. So this is my homogeneous PDE. Why? Because here each and every term is actually having the partial derivative, right? And this is set to 0. That means no any term is free of partial derivative or its dependent variable, correct? No. And if I write down the non-homogeneous just PDE, I'm just talking about here just PDE. Suppose I am writing this equation del 4z by del x to the power 4 plus del 4z by del y to the power 4 equals x square y. Okay, so this equation, if I am talking about just general PDE, this is non-homogeneous in nature. Why? Because here we have the term, that term is not having either z, which is dependent variable, and this term is not having the partial derivative of z. That means this is non-homogeneous PDE. Okay, and if I talk about whether this given example is homogeneous or non-homogeneous linear PDE with constant coefficient, okay, so in that case what you will say here? So yes, it has the constant coefficient because all these two terms are having the terms constant coefficient, right? And the order of this first term, this derivative, the order is 4. Here also the order is 4, right? So these two terms are having partial derivatives of same order, and right hand side I'm just saying that this is some function f(x, y). So this will be my homogeneous linear PDE with constant coefficient. Okay, so this we need to actually a little bit careful between these two definitions which we always see. So this definition is totally for general PDE, and what we check when we check each and every terms order, right, the partial derivatives order, so that whether this is same or not same, this is to check the homogeneous or non-homogeneous linear PDE with constant coefficient. And we are actually focusing on this method because we have to in the next class we have to see the solution of this type of non-homogeneous linear PDE with constant coefficient, and that will be we'll see the method which is called as direct integration method. Okay, so if you find this class useful, please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.